Food experts says biryani was introduced to the Indian taste buds by the Persians in 13th century, which was further popularized by Mughals, Nizams and Nawabs. As the time passed, rulers changed and the Indian fooding paradigm evolved. But nevertheless, India stayed loyal to biryani even today. And if we back up the above statement with numbers, biryani emerged as the most ordered food item in 2021 for the 6th time in a row. Also, according to the industry sources, biryani has a total of around 18,000 crore business in India, out of which approximately 2,500 crore is in the organized sector and approximately 15,000 crore is in the unorganized one. So in that case in India, it seems the B in the biryani stands for business, isn't it? And to make you realize the magnitude of the craze of biryani in India, let's take a look at the Zomato's 2021 annual report, which says that the food delivery giant delivered 2 biryanis every second. And Swiggy says they have delivered almost 115 biryanis every minute. So with this growing craze towards biryanis, many cloud kitchens like Rebel Foods Biryani by Kilo have emerged as the forefront player in this segment. Now this puts forward a lot of questions on the table. Can biryani be scaled like pizzas and burgers? Can biryani players like Biryani by Kilo or Behrouz become the next McDonald's or Domino's? Also, why is the Indian food market crazy behind biryanis? Does this point towards any major trend in the Indian food market? So in this video, we'll decode everything one by one related to biryani market in India, and we'll also discuss about the Indian food market trends and what segments should you focus on if you are an aspiring food entrepreneur. So to begin with our episode, let's first try to address why are Indians crazy behind biryani. Indian taste and need is very different as compared to the rest of the world. Many foreign food brands literally struggle to scale up their way in India. QSR giants like McDonald's, Domino's, when they set up their foot on the lands of spices, not just they had to Indianize the taste of their food products, but also had to work on their positioning and pricing. In that perspective, biryani stands out always, not just because of the diversified range of taste and flavor it has, but it is also a wholesome meal which suits every occasion and is value for money. And biryani fundamentally as a product is very well suited for delivery. It travels well and it is shareable like a pizza. Consequently, biryani, especially chicken biryani, has been the top choice for Indians for the past few years. However, unlike pizza, burger and cake brands, there are not many biryani brands yet, which could be recognized as a national biryani serving brand. So with that, can the players like Behrouz Biryani by Kilo achieve this feat? To begin with, let's just first ponder over how Domino's and McDonald's created the pizza burger culture in India and built amazing businesses out of it. There are plenty of reasons which made these giants successful, but the primary reason which lies top of everything is the operational efficiency. And this helped them cut costs substantially, which they have spent heavily on not just advertisement but also on discount and combos. Now to achieve operational efficiency, most biryani brands like Rebel Foods, which is the parent company of Behrouz, and Biryani by Kilo have switched to a cloud kitchen based business model. Now what is cloud kitchen and how does that ensure efficiency? Cloud kitchen is a delivery only restaurant model which has no physical space for dine-in. Here the order arrives, meals are cooked and sent immediately to the location by the assigned delivery fleet. According to a report by Redshift, the benefits of cloud kitchen are low capex, high EBITDA margins, and ease in earning customer satisfaction. This ultimately improves the efficiency. Moreover, post-pandemic, the landscape of food business has drastically changed, and there is a substantial increase in the home delivery orders. Probably that is the reason cloud kitchen businesses like Biryani by Kilo, Behrouz sailed through the pandemic quite well. But the question is, can these players become the next McDonald's or Domino's? Well, for that, the two major things which would be very important to achieve this feat is scaling and anchor product. To discuss scaling in detail, let's take a look at Rebel Foods, the parent company of Behrouz. To achieve scale, they are trying to build a house of brands. This strategy is somewhat similar to that of a popular US startup called Thrasio, who just acquires top-rated and fast-growing sellers on Amazon and helps them with technology, marketing, and sales to boost their growth. Similarly, Rebel Foods is also highly focused on a very similar model called Rebel Launcher model. To explain it in simpler terms, suppose I own a small biryani brand named Dhandha Biryani. The name sounds to be too funny for a biryani brand though. So coming to the point, Dhandha Biryani uses the cloud kitchen facilities of Rebel Foods. Then in that case, the rice for ours and the rice for Behrouz are cooked on a same stove. The machine would remember my brand's recipe and taste, and as the meal moves along the assembly line, the ingredients would be provided as per the recipe of the brand. And finally, the packaging adds a final layer of distinction. And for this, Rebel would charge me somewhat around 7 to 10% commission depending on the size of the brand. So there are many food brands like Cure Foods which are implementing this very same idea for scaling. And today, by executing the very same idea, Rebel Foods has 45 plus brands with 450 cloud kitchens across 10 countries. Also, Rebel Foods target all possible price segments in biryani. With that I mean Behrouz is the premium brand that sticks to its prices, while Rebel fights the discount war with its other biryani brand called the Biryani Life. On the other hand, another promising biryani brand, Biryani by Kilo, entirely relies on process. Unlike most restaurants that bulk produce, Biryani by Kilo's USP is to dum cook fresh biryani for every individual order. The main focus of Biryani by Kilo is to create a clear and robust SOP to maintain a constant taste. They have the least chef dependencies. Their raw materials and tech-enabled process is so clear that even a not-so-trend chef can also prepare the same biryani with the same taste following their process. This operational efficiency not just reduces the cost substantially but also leaves enough funds for expansion and scaling. Now coming to anchor products or hook products. Almost every global food business has one or two anchor products, which are very standardized. They scale them up and then extract value from the back-end supply chain and provide value to the customers in terms of pricing and availability. For example, anchor product for Domino's is pizza, McDonald's is burger. Similarly, biryani, which is of course the most loved food product, might serve as an anchor product to these domestic players, which can further go on to build a national biryani brand around it. All this seems to be quite affirmative as these companies qualify on every parameter which should be there to be the next big food brand. But one of the major challenges which these brands face is their dependency on food delivery startups like Zomato and Swiggy. 50% of the orders in Behrouz is from Zomato and Swiggy, and also these food delivery startups charges commission as high as 30 to 40%. Though Biryani by Kilo is quite focused on building its own delivery system and logistics, but yet its dependency on Zomato and Swiggy can't be denied. Besides this, there is a huge gap to fill in as well. The biggest biryani brand in India have an annual revenue of around 500 crores, while the biggest pizza brand in India, that is Domino's, have an annual revenue of around 4,000 crore. But still there is a possible opportunity to scale biryani up to at least 1,000 to 2,000 crores. But the competition in the biryani segment is rising day by day, with big QSR players like Domino's and KFC entering the market. Thus, this would be very interesting to see who thrives the competition and gets the crown of the biryani market. Now, if you are an aspiring food entrepreneur, what should be your takeaway from this case study? First, food industry has drastically changed in the post-COVID times. Shifting to a cost-efficient and lean process like cloud kitchen would give a required initial boost to the business. That will help you scale like the way Biryani by Kilo did. And third, as per Godrej Food Trends Report 2021, there would be high inclination on healthy foods. So choose your anchor product wisely and accordingly the business model should be finalized. For example, the second most ordered item after biryani is dosa. But dosa is not delivery friendly. The cloud kitchen model might not be as great success in this case, but that's completely different in the case of biryani. With that, we come to an end of this episode on the Indian food industry and biryani market. If you find the video insightful, do like the video and subscribe to our channel for more such videos related to business.